The term Sahih, or sound tradition, is probably known to most Muslims. But when it comes to explaining the meaning of this term, a complete answer is rarely forthcoming. The best answer was provided by Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani. The meaning that follows has been extracted from his text, and so has the elaboration. The definition based on his text is as follows. A report that is sahih, or sound in itself, the acceptable report of individual chains that is transmitted by one in possession of religious probity, having the skill of perfect retention, who is transmitting through an uninterrupted chain of narrators that is free from hidden flaws and that does not go against the report of a narrator of a higher level. In this definition, the word report, with which the definition begins, is a translation of the term khabar, which means a genus that covers all types of reports. The hadith that is specific to what is reported from or about the Prophet, peace be upon him, is one type of khabar. The word khabar covers many other types of reports. However, the focus here is on the word report in the sense of hadith. It is, thus, the meaning of hadith that is refined in the rest of the definition. The word report in the definition is followed by the words individual chains. To understand this, we may note that the report, in the meaning of hadith, may be received through an unspecified number of chains or channels, where the narration of the chain is called isnad. When these chains are in numbers that are unspecified, the report is called mutawatir, or continuous. The existence of unspecified chains for a report eliminates the possibility of the narrators having conspired to propagate a falsehood. Further, the multiplicity of chains conveys certain knowledge. To understand this, imagine a person sitting in a room when someone comes in and says that the house next door is on fire. He may not take this report seriously, but if a large number of persons continuously report the same thing one after the other, he is likely to be convinced that the house is actually on fire, for certain knowledge about it has been conveyed to him. As compared to the mutawatir that has an unspecified number of chains, there may be reports that have a specified number of chains that are above 2, that is, 3 or more, or 2 or even 1. The first of these is called the mashhur, or the well-known report. The second is called aziz, or the strong report, and the third is called garib, or the unique report. All these reports, other than the mutawatir, are referred to as ahad, or the khabar wahid. In the definition, it is these types that have been referred to as reports with individual chains. The definition also used the word acceptable for the report being defined. To elaborate this, we may note that the mutawatir is acceptable without question, but the ahad, or reports with individual chains, are divided into 2 categories from this perspective: those that are acceptable or maqbul, and those that are rejected or mardud. The words acceptable report of individual chains, used in the definition, will then mean one type of report out of the maqbul of individual chains. The types that fall under the maqbul category of individual chains are 4 in number: report that is sahih, or sound in itself; report that is sahih, or sound due to external factors; report that is hasan in itself; and report that is hasan due to external factors. To identify which of these 4 types is intended by our definition, we need further distinctions. The definition says that this report is transmitted by one in possession of religious probity. The person with religious probity here is one who is upright and avoids reprehensible acts like associating partners with Allah or shirk, disobedience with respect to the primary obligations or fisk, and indulging in innovation or bid'ah. The definition further mentions that this person also has the ability to retain information, which means retaining in memory what he hears with the ability to recall such information when he likes. The ability to retain information also pertains to a written record of what he hears and its verification, as well as preservation till such time that he passes it on properly. The word perfect, in the definition, implies that this ability to retain information is of the highest level. The definition then states that the chain of narrators through which this report has been transmitted must be uninterrupted or continuous, and that this chain of narrators must not suffer from hidden flaws. Finally, what is reported should not go against the report of a higher-level narrator reporting the same content. When all that is stated in the definition is met, We have what we call a report that is Sahih, or sound in itself or on its own merit.